Feel incredible!
It's not a cartoon. It's anime. Yes. Welcome to another episode of Animeshun. 3/4 of the squad is back.
Yes, sir.
Myself, Rob, Ice. No ho-ass Brennan.
He's
Where is he?
Not
Is
here.
he out of town?
He's somewhere out of town. I know he's whale watching today.
Oh, that's right. He's whale watching.
He's doing his
Oh
whale
my
watching.
God.
He loves his
He's
whales.
grilling it.
Can I? Can I go watch the whales? This is my thing. This is what makes.
I wonder if that would puts him to sleep. Like he listens to that shit at night.
Like the whale sounds?
whale
yeah.
sounds. I can
I
see that.
feel like he definitely does.
Yeah.
I feel like he
You got
definitely
a
listens to whale
freaking
songs.
Lady in his bed, like, oh, hold on, girl, let me set the mood.
Oh, that's,
Fucking puts on whale sound. She's like, what the fuck is that?
I can't do this. I'm sorry. I just like he has it in the bag. So he's like, come on, just lay down, babe. Let's cuddle. And it's like, what the fuck is going on?
Set the mood.
Fucking
Well, you know what we doing here, man. We talk our shit, debate, one-off topics. We do everything on this show, man. Talk everything anime. Fuck it, let's just jump right into Rob's news.
Anime news. So here we got some stories for you today. First story, trailer dropped for the third My Hero Academia movie. So a couple trailers have actually come out.
Yeah.
The new movie, World Heroes Mission, which is set to release in Japan on August 6th. I haven't seen any word yet on when it's coming to the States. I don't know if you guys saw anything about that.
Not yet. No.
But August 6th in Japan. And the story is about a group led by a villain named Fleck Turn that is set on destroying everybody with quirks. And so they set bombs all over the world. Pro heroes and their interns all launch all over the place to go find him. And it sounds like Deku, Bakugo, and Todoroki team up. That's one of the teams. And one of the trailers, it actually looks like Deku may be framed for the crime. Seems like there may be some sort of angle where they're trying to pin it on him for some reason. The film will have the same director as the show in the previous two movies, Kenji Nagasaki, and will be produced by the usual studio Bones. Also returning is the scriptwriter Yosuke Kuroda, character designer with some fresh new outfits. They got some
They look
new,
dope.
yeah.
They do look pretty good. That's been done by Yoshihiko Umakoshi. My best. Sorry about murdering these names.
All
And
right, Brennan 2.0.
it's coming in. And then composer Yuki Hayashi coming back to do the music. So, have the previous My Hero movies done enough for you to be excited about this next one? How high are your expectations?
Go ahead, Ice.
I don't care. I do not. I have no like. When it comes, and I'll watch it.
Yeah.
If it won't be like a Demon Slayer thing. Like if we want to do this as a group and watch the movie for episode purposes, then I'm all there.
Yep.
But if it's just me, I'll see it when I see it. If
Yeah.
I have a free Tuesday and it's like, oh, let me go check out the My Hero movie, that's like my energy around it, and that's just really based off of the last movie.
Right. Yeah, no, I feel very similarly. The other two have just not done a whole lot to really impress me.
Yeah.
Especially considering what we saw with the Demon Slayer movie, that you had to see that
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
get to know where the show is going.
Yeah.
Right.
And with both of the My Hero movies, they lift right out.
Yeah.
They're usually non-canon. It's not usually that great.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not cool like the very few DBZ movies where it's like, yeah, this isn't canon, but this is the only time you're going to see Broly. Like, this is the only time
Yeah.
you're going to see, these fucking androids or something like that. Like, and I don't care. Like, I see all of these people, new uniforms, cool. Like, I'm going to eventually see it.
Right.
And if we do something for the podcast, I will see it. But other than that,
Just wait for it to be streaming.
yeah.
I'm gonna watch it first day probably, just because one, it seems like it's based around at least my main guy gonna be in there as a three main character type. But I don't know if you guys watched the last episode of My Hero or
Yeah.
not.
I
It seems like a leading up to this.
Oh, okay.
Because I mean, at least that's what I got. That you said you watched it or no?
Yeah, I did see it.
And
haven't.
they're kind of pretty much going to work with Endeavor for his internship.
That's right.
And so it seems like now, since that's what's happening, since those three are going to be together, pretty much he's going to be preparing them probably for this. And then remember that bomb did go off in the beginning of the episode.
That's true.
So it seems like they're setting that up for the movie, or where this arc is probably going to either end or somewhere. I hope That it takes. You said it's not going to be a part of the show.
You know, that's just an assumption based on the last two movies. I don't know for sure,
Yeah.
but that does go into my next question. I mean, instead of side stories, would you rather the movie be tied to the main plot, or are you cool with just like random stories involving the characters, like one-offs?
I don't mind, but make them fire. Like make the. Well, no, because I want the stakes to be high. Because when you have a movie tied into the actual story,
Yeah.
you can kill somebody off in the movie if you need to.
Yeah.
And it makes the movies like, oh, now I have to go watch this. Like when we watched Demon Slayer, like that was part of the story. Rengoku fucking died. Like we had to watch.
Spoiler alert.
I mean, they know by now I should contain spoilers, but but yeah, that I mean, you had to watch to understand that to get to this next arc they're going to be doing. So I think that's how you put the pressure on other anime movies that are coming out. If you tie it to the story and it makes sense.
The only time I would like it if it was like a prequel, and it was a prequel about a character that I really like how Naruto did it with Itachi's story and stuff like that. Like it wasn't necessarily a movie, but it was a span of shows before like the very end where they talked about Itachi and everybody loved Itachi. So it was like, I want to watch this. Like if they go into why like or an Eraserhead type of movie or something like that, or Eraserhead Endeavor, like the teachers before, like what got them the clout that they have. If there's something like
the beginning of all them getting kind of hot.
Yeah.
I think they did like somebody did like, I don't know if it was a separate manga or actually part of My Hero, but they did like a backstory behind Eraserhead.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I remember because Ice, have you seen any of this season for My Hero?
Not up to date. Like I'm very much started it.
Well, I'll try to say without getting too into the spoilers, but basically there's a comment from I think this last episode where they were like comparing Eraserhead to Shinoso, the mind the brain control kid,
Yeah.
just being like, oh, you're very similar to him in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
So it would be cool to see like, oh yeah, like exactly that.
Yeah.
You know, Eraserhead kind of in his early days, how he got to be where he's at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think-
Or then too is just like if they're doing this like character development stuff with Endeavor, I think that they should give us an Endeavor movie too. It's like if you want us to like this guy and
Yeah.
do this fucking 180, you got to do some more than this. Then like give us something. But I do feel like to Keenan's point, they need to be in canon. I'm not canon. They need to be a continuation of the story. We're already invested. Demon Slayer, that's a gamble. Like that's a gamble to make a movie that continues the story, and it paid off. And I feel like that's going to be moving forward at the neck breaking speed that like Jujutsu Kaisen and all these other animes are going. I feel like that's the wave. But you have to continue the story. I feel like we're invested. We're on season 5 at this point. You have your fan base. You have people dedicated to it. Don't do a money grab and take advantage of the customer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I prefer it to be tied into the main story.
Give Todoroki his shine, bro. He's a star, man. He's the best fighter on this. Well, not the best fighter. I guess he could technically be the strongest. Him and Bakugo had a pretty dope moment in there. It was a cool moment.
It was, yeah.
It was.
I just don't. What I don't like about the movies and just anime movies in general have a bad like sense of this, like a bad habit of this. It's like 30, 40 minutes of just fucking laying it out, laying the table, like the God movie, Dragon Ball Z God movie. That whole dinner and shit was like 30 fucking minutes.
It was.
Yeah.
And then like on the last My Hero movie, it was 30 minutes of them going to the whatever they was at, having fun, hanging out, the volcano, learn about the girl and the boy and all that stuff. And that was like 40 minutes. And I'm like, oh my God, why are we here? What are we doing? I know these people.
Yeah.
Get to the shit.
It's just for those characters to then be totally like tossed out by the end of
Exactly.
the movie. You're never going to see these kids again.
Exactly. And it's like, and I think you made this point when we watched the movie, because I think it debuted at the Anime Expo or something, and they do it because they want people to get into the series.
Right.
The casual fans.
Yeah.
And they want to get, like, download you on all the characters, and that's cool, but I like the Demon Slayer approach where it's like, fuck you guys. Like, if you're not in it, you're not in it. And if you are, then just, if you're not, you'll like it enough. Yeah, you know Rengoku died, but you still can go back and watch the other episodes, other 20 plus episodes, and still enjoy it.
At the end of the day, My Hero's fan base is big enough to not have to do that. That's the main thing. I understand if your movie wasn't, if your show wasn't that big, you might want to be like, all right, why should I go watch this? Give me a little bit of backstory about the characters, then we good to go. My Hero has probably one of the biggest fan bases of the new generation. You don't have to do any of that shit. You can literally make this fanfare, and people will go watch it, and it will still make big numbers. And then the buzz of that, people are like, well, let's just go watch it because it's a fucking cool-ass movie. Yeah. And you can get away with it being a cool-ass movie like Demon Slayer did with no real backstory of how, all right, who's the main character, who's that, who's this, and who's Inosuke and all that shit like that. You didn't have to do that. So the fan base is big enough. There's no more excuses. I think this is the one that has to lay it down. If they don't after this, I'm going to be like, whatever. If it comes out, I'll watch it when like you said, I'll be like Ice at that point after this one if they don't do it right.
Well, staying with the My Hero in the My Hero world, the next story I have is actually one that you sent me, Keenan. So a bunch of K-pop fans rallied against My Hero Academia and tried to get it canceled over a tweet, or I guess a lack thereof. So on June 17th, the My Hero Academia Twitter account made a pretty benign tweet about it being Thursday. Hey, it's almost the weekend. And a fan of a K-pop group called Animeshun, I'm probably butchering that name, but it's just a lot of consonants in there. Animeshun, I think it's called. They asked if the account would wish the group's lead singer, Kim Sun-woo, happy birthday. And they did. They said, okay, happy birthday to this guy. The thing is, it wasn't actually his birthday that day. His birthday was on the 24th, and another fan was like, hey, would you, instead wish him a happy birthday in a week? And the account just literally said no. That was the response, just no.
Good.
And that's when all hell broke loose. So fans of the group, which I'd like to add, the group has only been around since November 2020, so not even a whole year. They went on a tear. They started sending threats, insulting the show, calling for its cancellation. Here are some of the comments that people left. So this person said, bitch, fuck you, say happy birthday again in a week.
Yes, it's hilarious, bro.
It's funny having Rob say that, too.
Whose fandom ships everyone and everything that appears within the frame? Yeah, I wouldn't get too confident if I were you. And then this said, damn, man, fuck you too then. Let's see, who else? What do we got? Fuck you and your dumbass show. Your show fucking sucks, by the way. This person said, that was not a request. That was a demand that will be followed, or there will be consequences.
Wow. Threats, huh?
And this person just said, and fuck MHA. So people were going crazy about this.
And I can feel like the average age of these kids are like 9. Like, go fuck yourself. Yeah, I cussed.
Got him.
What's the group name again? How you say it? All right.
Anyfen, it's spelled ENHYPHEN.
Hey, Anyfen. Y'all can go fuck yourself, fans. Like, not the group, but y'all can go. Don't be coming for a show because they don't want to say happy birthday after they said it, and you gave it was the wrong day.
You fucked up.
Y'all messed up.
They fucked up.
As a fan base, y'all should have came together and said, "Hey, we need to do this. Hey, it's on this day. Tell them happy birthday." They don't follow this person, whoever this person is. No, man. Shit. Hey, you know what? You ain't getting a happy belated. What's his name? Ken who?
It is. Hold on a second. Let me get it again. It is Kim Sun-woo.
Kim Sun-woo. You're not getting a happy belated from us, Animeshun. Y'all can come for us if you want to in the comments. I don't give a shit.
I think it is too. It's just like that's hey, if you started in November, you got fans going crazy like that.
Crazy.
You doing
that's
some,
true.
you cold as fuck. You didn't put in some work right there.
Well, now I want to know.
All the other K-pop bands got their fucking Arthur fist going on right now because they ain't got no fan base like that.
Oh no, BTS does.
BTS, yeah, they're fucking wild.
Yeah. They're huge.
Hey, matter of fact, BTS is better than them. All right?
Oh,
how you like that shit?
You're wild.
Oh my God,
You're
Keenan,
wild.
you are going to get us canceled.
You are wild.
Let's go.
Is there is there any musician, celebrity, similar situation that would cause you to lose your shit and start threatening a show or an account, like if they were just like if they didn't show them the proper respect? Is there anything that could make you go to that same level? That sounds like a no.
Look, man. Look, I know you can say whatever you want, fans of this group, and clown me because I'm a 35-year-old watching anime.
My God.
I don't care.
Oh my God.
I don't care if you do. Let me tell you something.
Don't do this. Don't do
I'm
this.
too old to care about any artist that much. Like, I feel like I'm super level-headed. There's like, my artists are Kendrick and Cole. Those are my two guys, right? I can understand how somebody don't fuck with them. I'm like, okay, I get that. Or in some cases, if you be like they're completely garbage, like I was talking to Rob about this earlier. I'm like, you can say they're completely garbage, but that's your opinion. And two, you're probably just trolling because lyrically they're not garbage.
No.
Now, if you want to say like that's not your taste, music is very what's the word I'm looking for?
Subjective.
Subjective. It's like comedy. It's like we all like different things. So I would never get. I've never. Maybe if I was their age, you know, not even their age. No, I was never that. Like even when I was a fan of other rappers and stuff back then. No, I wouldn't. I just feel like I'm too old. If I did this at this age, God, help me.
Yeah.
Like I would be a fucking loser if I did it at this age.
I think if you're doing it, it's just like to fuck around. Like,
Right.
I'm just fucking around. But me personally, like, you can't. No, there's nobody. And
Right.
I love Kanye West from a musical standpoint. But when he was doing that slavery was a choice shit and all that, I was like, you're fucking stupid, Kanye. Like I was like, you're wild.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
wild for this. And I will still, listen to his music and all that stuff. But it's just like, at some point, you can love somebody's music or what they create and grow up on them, and they can have an emotional impact on your life and quote unquote be there when nobody else was. Because
Yeah.
music touches you, and I agree and understand that 100%. Music changes people's lives. People have rappers and artists tattooed on them and lyrics from artists tattooed on them. I'm all with that. I would never make fun of somebody for having that on them.
Yeah.
Me personally, I wouldn't do it. But if somebody has that and you have that connection to them, fucking go for it.
Yeah.
But I'm not in nobody's comments. I'm not threatening anybody. Like that's a felony. If somebody find like I love Kanye, I love Drake, I love Cole and Kendrick, Travis Scott, all these guys. I'm not catching a felony for any of these guys.
I just real quick. I was gonna say I look at it like this. If you can't, if your favorite artist, if you love everything about your favorite artist, I feel like you're beyond a fanatic. Like you're just psycho at that point.
You're a stan.
Yeah. At that point, you're probably psychotic because I can understand when my favorite artists put out something trash. My favorite artists have put out music that I was just like, this shit is horrible, and I would not listen to this.
Yeah.
What?
And I'm not gonna get into that on here, but we can talk about that off here. But they have. That I was just like, I wouldn't. This would never get replayed. But that's me being a real fan, being like, it's okay. They dropped the ball on this one, or it just wasn't for me. They gonna come back, and they did come back, and they re-upped.
And what's crazy too is like all of those artists you guys named have been out for years, have like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
discography. This K-pop band's been out for
No,
7
yeah.
months.
How many albums?
No, it probably one, if that. They probably got the EP.
If they drop like, cause sometimes some of these guys
Their
they put them
back
out, they're-
catalog.
K-pop is machines, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they're machines. So
Yeah.
like my brother, his daughter, stepdaughter, whatever you want to say, she's like hugely into BTS. Like she's learning
Yeah.
the language. She can sing all the songs in the actual language.
Shit.
She's like a fanatic.
They have 2 EPs.
Yeah, see,
Only-
I see.
not even a full
I
album?
said, I knew it.
They have
Yeah.
2 EPs.
Let me see a
Yeah.
picture of these guys.
They got 1 6-song EP and then 2 6-song EPs.
They got 12 songs. That's barely an album.
Hey, let
that's
me tell you
barely
something.
an album.
It says 99% like this album. That's a great ass fucking rate.
I mean, there's 7 of them in there.
They deep as fuck. They damn
They
near
ain't get
fucking
no
Wu-Tang.
bread. They ain't get no bread, boy. You better.
They fucking Wu-Tang.
They ain't getting no paper, bro. 7 people in a group. They
Split
getting
7 ways.
They getting a quarter apiece. They splitting a quarter apiece in that bitch.
They
Because
need-
whoever put them together is getting all the money.
Oh yeah, they get.
That's how that
smoked
works
out,
in K-pop.
their
Yep.
contract. I'm not doing that. I'm not risking
Nah.
a felony for anybody. Now
But-
I
but-
would debate somebody and
Yeah.
I'll go back and forth, but it's like if I got something to do, if I'm like in the parking lot of the podcast and I got to be in here in 5 minutes, I'm gonna just come in here and then talk to them later. Like some people probably like miss work or be late for work or be late for something because they in the DMs or they in comments. Like no, I'm not. No, they already rich. I'm not. So
Exactly.
They'll be fine.
Yeah.
Right.
They'll
And,
be
they-
fine.
and these artists got me through stuff too, but
Yeah.
nah, bro.
Yeah. All right, I got one more story for you. Netflix Yu Yu Hakusho live action show starts production in Japan. So back in December, Netflix announced that along with Cowboy Bebop and One Piece, which I'm not even going to touch, they were
Fuck
working.
One Piece.
They are working on a live action adaptation of Yu Yu Hakusho, and it sounds like production has been spotted in Japan. So they turned a whole street into a street market set and a local living in the neighborhood reporting, seeing lots of cast members dressed up in the blue and green school uniforms that we're familiar them wearing.
Yeah.
Shows being produced by Japanese production company Robot Communications, which also did Assassination Classroom and the Parasite live action adaptation.
There was a Parasite
Yeah,
live action?
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't
on
know that.
Netflix, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. They have pop star and actor Takumi Kitamura playing Yusuke, who also starred in the live action adaptation of Tokyo Revengers. So far, no date set on when the show will be released, but I mean, do you think this show stands a better chance to be good because it's being produced by a Japanese studio and has less of a chance of being Americanized? Do you think there's any sort of like, because Cowboy Bebop is being made in the States with American actors, like American studio. This show, they're like, let's give this to Japanese creators and let them handle it. I mean, which do you think is a better approach to tackling one of these?
I think for this, I don't know if it really matters. I think since it's not gonna need a whole bunch of CGI probably. That's where this is why this movie can be really good and can shine, because it's like it's a lot of fighting. He has a spirit gun, but it's like I don't know how far. You said it's a movie, right?
It's a show.
It's a show,
I believe.
So
yes.
yeah, I mean, I think at a certain the CGI probably doesn't need to be super top notch because they don't go super ham. At least I've only seen the first season, so forgive me. I've only seen a little bit of the second season. So as of right now, they don't need a whole bunch of that. You can literally just have these guys fight. I mean, Yusuke, he just beating motherfuckers up. Like it's not like he's doing crazy shit. He's just beating people's asses, which I love, and they can take that easy wise. I don't think that's going to necessarily matter if it's Americanized.
I mean, to that point, one of the things I did see in this is that apparently there is a stage play adaptation of Yu Yu Hakusho. Like, obviously I can't I can't say the quality of it. The costumes looked a little.
I don't want to see
the costumes were like they literally just dressed people up literally like the characters look.
Yeah.
But that just goes to show that you can make this with very low action. But could you imagine that like Yu Yu Hakusho on Broadway?
Yes.
Oh,
I have no desire to watch that.
Well, I mean, go ahead and answer it. I want to have another quick question, real quick, after Rob's.
Yeah, I mean, let it source material. Long as my whole thing, follow the source material, like everything else. If you follow the source material, don't take too many liberties, and that's fine. You can keep it over in there. If that's where it's originated, that's where you're gonna do it. If they got the money to do it, go for it.
Yeah, not mad at all. So since you just brought that up, Rob, what anime would you want to see as a musical?
Oh, as a musical,
or on Broadway?
On
Broadway. I guess it has to be a full music, but on Broadway.
It could just be a play. God, I think I'd love to see an adaptation of Dragon Ball like on Broadway, just because I feel like it'd be so ridiculous. They'd have to get super creative on how they do those fights. I think that could be really fun and just like super over the top, especially as a musical. I feel like would be if they just leaned into like this is dumb. I think they could make it funny. You know what I mean? But that'd be tough to get anything adapted to a play at all. Like that'd be very hard. Maybe Death Note.
That might be really good.
Death Note I could see as like a play that's just
what I
like
was thinking, like something cerebral that don't take a lot of action.
Yeah. Who you got?
Either One Punch Man or Mob Psycho. I think I'd like to see that.
That'd be fun.
Mob Psycho might be pretty bad. It might not be pretty bad on that. That's good. I guess I'm gonna go fairly dark here.
What do you want to see?
You want to see The Promised Neverland?
Promised Neverland.
Oh my
yes.
God!
Yeah. I want to see Promised Neverland.
That would be pretty good, though.
Yeah, I think
that'd be good.
Because like you said, like a darker, cerebral thing.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of like what y'all were both kind of saying in the sense of like not a whole bunch of action put in there, so you just kind of have it's really just up to the acting and like the story of it. Yeah. And all those stories like Death Note and stuff like that, it's just could be pretty dark. So that you said that was your last story?
Yeah.
I just want to shout out this real quick. Demon Slayer game coming out, man. I don't know if y'all saw any of the graphics for this yet. This Demon Slayer game looks fire. This supposedly a lot of people are saying that they compared it to I guess one of those Naruto games.
Yeah, Ninja Store.
Yeah, they're kind of comparing it to that, I guess stylistically, or at least the engine of how they're running the fights. But man, this is looking super dope, super hard. I think it's going up to, it might go up to Rengoku, or it might go up to right after to that next arc.
That's not a lot of people though.
I mean, they're saying pretty much it's going to have, I think, almost all the upper moons. I think
in the game.
I forgot. Maybe to fight with, because I think it's a story mode and then it's a fight mode.
Yeah, and they got the pillars too.
Not all of them though, because I did see some announcements on this. I know that they have like the bug pillar, they've got the water pillar, Rengoku, and I think that's it.
Yeah. Oh, it might not be all the demons. It might be at least the lower level, the lower ones that we saw, and then it's going to probably have a few of the upper moons.
How?
But they'll just add on. They'll just add on DLC packs or whatever.
Yeah, just like they did with fighters,
just skins and stuff. Because it's like. I mean, it's us three here. We've seen it, so it's like the game is over.
Yeah,
the game is over. Like, you put any of the 5 upper moons and it's a wrap. Like,
Yeah.
and I know it's just skins and people fighting and they have their skill set and stuff.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know how they would do that. I mean, they want to capitalize on it, but I feel like that's not a lot of fighters.
I mean, people are hyped right now from what they have with these graphics coming out in these fight scenes because they're showing people actually playing the gameplay, and it looks pretty fucking fire.
And they are adding some like lesser known or like smaller characters, like both of the students of fucking I can't believe what's his name. The main character, Tanjiro. I wanted to say Todoroki. I knew that wasn't right. Tanjiro, the 2 students that came before him that both had the Fox masks.
Yeah.
I know they're going to be playable characters. I think even the one just regular Demon Slayer dude.
Yeah,
that was kind of like the funny dude that they run into in the forest is going to be one of the characters.
Yeah.
But yeah, like having that dude go up against any of the upper moons is just like that's just silly.
But I mean, now it depends on, like you said, how well you fight skill set wise. He
It's
might
like people with Yamcha.
Yeah. Rob's a beast with Yamcha.
Yeah.
So
No, Brennan's the Yamcha.
oh, I thought it was you. I guess
No,
it's Brennan.
Brennan. I hate Brennan's Yamcha on
Okay.
fighters. It's so annoying.
Yeah, I knew it was one of y'all, but like super nice with. I'm just like Yamcha, but I like when people get good with the crappy characters or the weaker characters.
I feel like they do that on purpose.
Yeah, Yamcha. I've seen a lot of streamers on Twitch like make the 3 character comeback with like Yamcha as their anchor. Like he's not bad in that game. He's
Yeah.
pretty good if you know how to
Combo-wise.
combo it up. Yep,
All right, man. Thank you, Rob.
for sure.
All right, that was the anime news. The topic of today, man, it's kind of a sad one for a lot of us. Anybody that was a
tough.
DBZ fan, man. The topic is Gohan, the big fall off, man. Gohan was in a lot of our hearts. Yeah, he was somebody's favorite character here.
Yeah, he's mine.
Yeah, he was
He's mine.
Rob's favorite character, man.
It's unfortunate.
So let's you want to just jump straight into it?
I mean, yeah, we can get right to it.
Let's jump straight into it, man. Who is your favorite Gohan? Let Rob go first. Who was your favorite Gohan?
For me, it's Teen Gohan. I
Gotcha.
think pretty much he's the best iteration of the character. Like Kid Gohan was cool, but he didn't have a lot of wins. Like Teen Gohan was when he got to it. Like even like the little preteen era where he was kind of like it was just him when him and Krillin, like after they got back from Namek and like they had the Garlic Jr. saga, or then of course when he went up against Cell, and then the movie that I watched last night, BoJack Unleashed. That version of Teen Gohan is like he's about it. He wants to be in the fights. Like he's got his work life balance together.
Yeah.
Like he's got his hobbies on the side. He's not just about the study game. But he also had like the best moments. Teen Gohan is just he had the best character looks, whether he's wearing the Piccolo like purple gi or whether it was like the shout out to his dad wearing like the orange stuff. He had the best look. Like Teen Gohan for me is just
What is your favorite look out of that Gohan? Which one?
I like him in the orange gi just because you don't see it very often,
Yeah.
and I like to see Gohan to rock the orange gi. I was Gohan for Halloween one year, and I had the Piccolo thing. Like I think my grandma helped me like make the outfit or whatever.
Yeah, that's hard.
And I had the like the shoulder pads or whatever and all that.
Rob, can you get that picture?
Possibly, I might have that back in Syracuse. My parents might have like a Polaroid or
If
something.
they have a
of
Polaroid,
that.
tell them to take a picture, man. I would love to put that up when I cut a clip up. I would love to put that
That-
up. Just go like of you as Gohan.
Maybe
bro.
they'll find it, and maybe they won't.
You're not proud, man. Come on, man.
No, hey, listen, it's tough to look like an anime character. You try your best.
Oh yeah, it's very difficult.
Yeah. Not a cosplay pro,
Bro,
for
I
sure.
tried. There was a comedy show where you dress up as your favorite like cosplay character, whatever like that. It could be anything you want. And I bought like this Vegeta wig, and as soon as it came in, I saw it. I was like, oh, this is gonna be fucking brutal, bro. And so I went up there as Vegeta. I just had the wig on. I tried to find a scouter, couldn't find a scouter on time. I went on stage with just a Capsule Corp, hoodie that I have, and then the Vegeta wig. And I just felt like I bombed. I felt like I bombed because of the outfit. That's what I felt like.
You told your regular jokes, or you told jokes as Vegeta?
I told my jokes. I did some jokes at like some anime jokes, but then I told it in Vegeta's voice. I was just like I did the like Kakarot. Like I did it like okay. I did it my best Vegeta impersonation.
That's tough.
yeah.
Because Vegeta is not funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was brutal, bro. I survived.
Oh man.
but who you got? What's your favorite Gohan Ice?
Future Gohan.
Yeah.
Future Gohan was with the shit.
That one-armed bastard.
One arm came through with his pops gi on. He had the orange. He had the Super Saiyan 2 rocking. He wanted all the smoke.
Yeah.
He wanted all the smoke with Android 17 and 18. He wanted it.
Yeah.
And he went after it. And Trunks was just getting in the fucking way. Overrated ass. Just in the way. Just always in the way. Get out the way.
Here we go.
Get out the way, Trunks. Let me fight. Then they blew shit up, blew his arm off. He didn't actually like lose his arm in something specific. They were just like, well, let's just fucking destroy everything and we'll get them. They'll get caught in the crossfire.
Yeah.
And then he lost his arm from that. And then he was like, nah. And then he could have ran and they thought he was dead. He could have just been like, you know what? I'm dead. We're not going to fuck with them. Gohan said, nah, fuck that. Y'all went home. I'm following y'all the way y'all at, and I'm coming the way y'all at. I'm coming for you, nigga.
Hogan, I'm coming for you.
Oh, he wanted to go, sucker. And he went and found them. And he held his own with one arm.
Yeah.
With one arm, he was
Did he
throwing-
truly hold his own?
He did. He did.
He got beat, but
He got washed at the very end, but the majority of it, he was getting it. He knocked off 17.
Were they
grabbed-
ever really struggling?
He made him bleed. He grabs 18's leg and throws her through a fucking house. I mean, a whole building, like a 17-story building. Throws her down. Here comes 17 back up. He throws a bunch of beams at 17. Throws him out, and then they realize, like, oh shit, like, we got to jump this dude and like let's go in our fucking
We need the teamwork.
choreography,
Yeah.
like. And then when they started, hitting his ass with the choreo, he couldn't handle that. And that was, he ended up dying. And they just was fucking. They hit him with at least 100,000 beams.
That was some RoboCop shit, bro. Like that was just like let this man you didn't have to go ham on him like this, bro.
They let it rain.
They're just
on
like,
him.
you think it's a fuck? You think we playing with you now?
Yeah.
All right, man, you just doing too much. Have you seen any of like the live action adaptations of like the future Gohan saga? The Trunks, I guess the Trunks saga, where they kind of like the fan made ones.
yeah, I think I've seen a little bit.
They're
of that.
pretty good.
Yeah,
man.
not bad.
Yeah.
I think there's like two of them that I saw. I was like, damn, this is. Well, first of all, it's way better than actual fucking.
Oh, yeah.
Any Dragon Ball.
We can make one right now and maybe be better.
Yeah, it's way better. I think they did a really good job. Trunks being overrated though. I mean, he came back and killed him. So I don't know how overrated the guy could be when he came back and actually killed the androids. But anyway,
Why did he go back though?
Because he wasn't. Because Gohan died.
Exactly.
But still, he came
got
back and got the
washed.
job done.
He got washed.
It's all about him coming back and getting the job
It's
done.
all about him getting washed.
Anyways,
Who's your favorite, Keenan?
I gotta go, Mr. Gohan, man.
Okay.
I love Teen Gohan. That Super Saiyan 2 moment is still that. Yeah, that shit was just classic. But Mr. Gohan, man. It was just that was the cockiest I've seen him,
Oh yeah.
and I fucking loved it. Like even Piccolo was just like, I just don't. There's something different about him. His confidence, and it was just like this motherfucker was like, yo, I'm not here to fight you, bro. I'm here to kill you, dog.
Yeah.
That's, I fought you before. Yeah, that was like an hour ago, whatever the fuck that was. He was like, I'm here to fucking kill you. I'm going to kill you, and then he just proceeds to layeth the smacketh down
On his candy ass.
on his candy ass. And it was only because his stupid ass brothers got in the way. Well, Trunks and Gohan, they got in the
Who
way.
got in the way?
Goten. So I mean, yeah, that was just like to me. I just that was what it was because I guess besides the BoJack movie, we didn't see Gohan as confident yet.
No.
Like you had Kid Gohan, you had him when he was like super kid, and when he hit up Raditz or whatever the case
The
may
bowl
be.
cut.
You know, we had bowl cut Gohan when he fought up on Namek.
Yeah.
And it was just like he didn't have that confidence. And I guess in the BoJack movie he kind of did. He was kind of like I was telling Rob, he was kind of like, let's go. And he fought everybody at once. He was smoking everybody.
Yep.
Super, super dope.
I
But
like
this is,
BoJack's character design. That's
BoJack
random.
was dope. I like
Yeah.
that whole thing. I thought that was probably that's
His
one of my
accent
favorite.
and all of that.
Talking about a movie that just gets right to it and doesn't
Yeah.
spend any
Yeah.
time.
Oh,
Like,
BoJack pulled up and was like, all right.
that movie's got 50 minutes and they get right the fuck to it.
Yeah. So yeah, Gohan, he did it. He didn't have to do no cute ass little transformations to do anything. It's just literally him in base fucking form, standing tall, beating ass, not even doing a whole bunch of power beams, literally just whooping ass with his hands.
Yeah.
And that's what I had to respect about that Gohan, Mr. Gohan. I think he was super dope, and I wish we got a chance to see more of him. So, speaking of that, what is your favorite Gohan moment? Ice.
I think that was the fight was really my favorite Gohan moment in future Gohan. I think that was dope. I think watching the movie and having him come back and fight the androids, he lost, but like that was one of mine because I feel like everybody's favorite was the father son Kamehameha, but Goku being there just ruined that moment for me. I know he was not there, but he was fucking there. Like he was there, so I think that kind of washes that away for me, and I think that. His moment as future Gohan taking on the androids was that like it's like a 4 or 5 minute fight. Like that fight was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Rob.
For me, it's like right when he transformed into Super Saiyan 2 and like he had that new form and then he just went to work on all those Cell Juniors. Like those Cell Juniors had been given every single Z fighter the fucking business.
Yeah.
And he just transforms and then one-shots each and every one of them right in a row. Just like kicking them in half, punching them through the head, like just absolutely destroying these Cell Juniors that had been giving everybody problems. And you knew at this point, like, oh, this is a different guy.
Yeah.
Like that moment got me so hyped for like the rest of the fight. And like this moment of like what I thought the show had been building to like that whole time of just like, here we go. Gohan's like the guy.
Yeah.
Capital G, the guy.
Yeah.
And here he's about to like seal that. And I mean, obviously he had some back and forth with Cell. So for me, I can't quite go to that Cell moment like you said, but like for him just absolutely washing those Cell Juniors was just like fucking let's go.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a huge moment for me.
I love that moment because like just those scenes when he do was like when he was about to kill Krillin, the Cell Junior, and Krillin was like, do it! And you just see Gohan put his hand up like, I'll kill you. I'll kill both of y'all. And he put his hand up like to blow him away, and then the Cell Junior shot up, and you see him just kick him while getting Krillin out the way at the same time. That shit was just that whole every scene. He kicked dude, killed him with one. He hit him with one hit. Amazing. I know. Yeah, the easy go to definitely is the Cell one. I actually was gonna go to the BoJack one, but to just like to not use that because you already talked about that moment. I'm gonna go to a completely different moment. I'm gonna go to the Broly movie part 2 when it was just Gohan and the kids versus Broly.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know if you didn't watch that yet.
I haven't seen that one yet, no.
So this might be, I guess, a little bit of a spoiler. I won't get
it's
too much into it, but
I figured they saved the day.
Yeah.
yeah, I felt to me. I mean, I love that movie too. It was like Ice kind of said, it was a little bit of just whatever up front. They were kind of giving the whole Gotenks crying and stuff like that, and that's why. And Broly was pretty much trapped, and then he was kind of like, all right, bro, like this cry's annoying me. Sounds like Goku. I'm gonna go berserk again. Goes berserk, and then Gohan has to save the day. He's like literally about to snap. I think either Trunks or Gotenks in half. I think it might have been Trunks. He's like, or I forgot who it was, but he's like breaking this motherfucker into two, and then he pisses on him. So you kind of just like, what the fuck? But then you see Gohan come through. I think he turns. I don't know if he turns Super Saiyan 2 or not. He might just turn Super Saiyan 1 in that movie. But
Toriyama did forget about Super Saiyan 2 for a minute. So.
Yeah, but one of my favorite parts in that movie is like they do the father son Kamehameha in there also. But it was a scene where I think Broly kind of has like Gohan's arms pulled to his back like this, and his knees in his back, about to just break this motherfucker in half too. And you just see Gohan just like a flip kick, bust him in his head, and that's when they start to go to work. And that fight is just. I watched that fight so many different times, man. I think that's when like
because somebody was sitting there watching it.
You mean just observing, like just
like they I forgot who it
but
was.
Because remember Dell was there.
Yeah, somebody was sitting on a fucking rock and was just like, I'm trying to picture it in my head.
I feel like it might have been Videl because she ended up stepping out because she got smoked. Because she tried to fight Broly at first too, and it was just like, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
Why are
like,
you here?
And she just gets smoked. But she has a little moment, gets like a dope little kick, and you're like, all right, she can clearly fight. But that's when Gohan's kind of like, I need you to step the fuck off before you get killed, man. Like,
get out of the way.
Get out the way. So I definitely think. I mean, I guess he was technically, Mystic Gohan-ish at that point. And he just wasn't. He just didn't, I guess, use it or whatever the case may be. But now let's go to our worst Gohan. Or I mean, I guess we can even go to. You want to go? We can talk about worst Gohan if you want to add your worst Gohan moment also in there. We can do that too. I would say that's super like the Gohan that Piccolo had to train. Like I guess the kid Gohan, but right after the Raditz. Just the crying, bro. It just reminds
a lot.
It was like I just can't do crying in anime. I give you 2 episodes. I can't watch him cry for that long. I did like his hair. I thought his hair was super dope. But besides that, I don't know. I guess I could give more. I guess I just think he was a baby, and maybe it wasn't on him.
I mean, he's 5. He was like 4 or 5 at the time.
He's 4 or 5. Yeah, I guess. But I just think he bitched up too much. Like, it's a Cyberman. He was having bitch ass moments. You know, I guess the going into the Frieza saga, he was having some bitch ass moments. And I just hated that he just had to like, all right, my friends. I hated that Gohan for a long time. It had to be a my friends moment or somebody that I know moment for me to explode, to have just an explosion moment, and then that's it. And then he just dies back down. So. I mean, I guess it wasn't much, but that's all I had. Rob?
Probably my least favorite Gohan moment was in the Resurrection F story, you know, when Frieza came back and he showed up, and Goku and Frieza and Vegeta, I think, are training at this point. They're not on Earth.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, all right, Gohan's the dude. Like, he's got to be here. He's got to step up. He's got the green tracksuit on.
I fucking hated it. That's we're saying the same moment.
And he just got absolutely fucking walked by Frieza.
He was Ben Simmons, dog.
Yeah. Oh,
that was Gohan. Gohan was Ben Simmons, afraid to shoot the layup. He was skinny as hell.
2 for 4.
Yeah, 2 for 4. Go ahead, Ron.
No, I mean, it was just because I'm just like, man, like you should. It was clear he hadn't been keeping up on the training at all. He got soft.
Yeah.
He got soft. And like, this was obviously, I think we talked about this a little bit before the show. This was definitely a wake up moment for him as a character.
Yeah.
To be like, oh, I can't just let it go like that because, you know, if my dad's not here, like, it's me.
Yeah.
But the fact that that Frieza had showed up, and there's another movie, I think, I forget which one it was, Janemba, where I was watching some Gohan clips in preparation for this, where Janemba like breaks down the veil between the worlds and Frieza comes back and Gohan one-shots him.
Yeah.
Like he one-shot kills Frieza, and then for him to come back from hell and
Cell
then
too, I think.
yeah, and then this was the payback where Frieza just base form Frieza uppercuts this dude and he's just down for the count, and it's just like.
Well, there's 2. I guess there's 2 versions. There's a TV show and there's the
Resurrection
the Resurrection of F. And when Frieza's just toying with him and shooting him with lasers like in his whole body, you just see him just taking those shots. And I guess he has one redeeming moment there. He goes Super Saiyan 1 or 2 to get his power up so Goku and them can track where he is.
Right.
And then they come through and they handle business. But it's just like, bro,
you didn't do nothing.
Yeah, it's like
you was a beacon.
You just said help. That was what you help. Help me.
That was really my moment. I was gonna say that. I just don't like that tracksuit. Tracksuit Gohan is garbage.
Oh,
no,
man.
It's his worst lick.
Tracksuit. I will go on a limb and say Tracksuit Gohan is worse than the Great Saiyaman.
Oh, you're fucking no. Because I was going to actually come back and say the Great Saiyaman was.
Tracksuit Gohan, at least the Great Saiyaman saves people. Tracksuit Gohan has no bodies, no saves, no nothing. Tracksuit Gohan is garbage.
He showed up with the glasses on.
And what the fuck is that? The Great Saiyaman, don't get me wrong. This trash versus trash. It's a trash-a-thon.
Who wins? Who wins?
Great Saiyaman.
Great Saiyaman.
Great Saiyaman.
Great Saiyaman beats Tracksuit
Gohan.
Gohan.
100%.
It's not even close.
Come on, y'all.
The Great Saiyaman is still in top form.
Yeah.
Top form?
He can go
Yeah.
Super Saiyan 2.
Yeah. Easy.
Gohan, tracksuit Gohan is like
Trash.
laid up like fat off Snickers bars.
Right.
Like
Vidal throwing it back. Come on now.
he's dad bod Gohan.
Yeah.
That's dad bod Gohan.
He is old enough to have glory days at that point.
Yeah.
Tracksuit Gohan is garbage.
Tracksuit Gohan is no good.
Oh, man. I mean, yeah, I'm going to add that Great Saiyaman, which is ass. I didn't like Great Saiyaman. I don't know who came up with that idea.
He had a bike, right?
Is he Moomin Rider,
Yeah,
the original
fucking right.
Moomin Rider?
He might have had a bike at some point, but it was just like, bro, like that's one of the reasons he just got soft too. He's just like, well, all I gotta save is humans. Oh, this be
Man,
easy.
if he rode a bike when he can fly, that would just be like.
I thought he
The
was
Great
flying too.
Saiyaman. I'm about to look it up. I
If
think
he rode a
was
bike,
riding
if he rode a bike, who do you think is winning a head up fade?
Him or
Gohan or Moomin Rider?
Oh, Gohan.
Yeah,
I mean,
Gohan.
Moomin Rider is just a man. Like, he's not even.
Fine, fuck it then. Fuck it. Let's go there then. Tracksuit Gohan, Moomin Rider.
Tracksuit Gohan. still on the list.
Tracksuit Gohan
Oh,
still
man.
beats
Moomin
Moomin
Rider.
Rider.
Nah, man. Moomin Rider has what do you call it? The will to just keep fighting. And I think Gohan at some point, which is just
Tracksuit Gohan, at least, like, he took out a few just like vanilla Frieza henchmen.
Yeah.
I mean, and those, I don't think Moomin Rider takes out a Frieza henchman.
okay. Well, maybe not.
I think that's a little far.
Okay. All right. So next question. Why do you think Gohan fell off? Like, what do you think the reason is he had this big old fall off? It could be anything. It could be Videl. It could be the writer. It could be somebody just being like, I don't fuck with this guy, so I'm gonna write him trash. Why do you think he fell off, Rob?
I think it definitely has to do with just the writing. I think just like if I'm looking at it from a meta perspective and not looking at it like, okay, why did this character do this? I think they tried to make Gohan the main character and it just didn't work.
Yeah.
And I think it's just in how they approached it, because I think you could do Great Saiyaman, just don't make it stupid. You know, if Gohan's a superhero, but you take out the stupid dancing and posing, like, make him in
so
Beautiful
boring.
Joe or some
Ginyu
shit.
Force 2.0 doing
Yeah.
dumb shit. If you just make him like a straight up superhero going and kicking ass, like Great Saiyaman could be cool. Like
Yeah.
you could make a Great Saiyaman show. Like Dragon Ball could have changed, and like if you make it about Gohan, like, but I think people just weren't.
Absolutely not.
I just don't-
There could
I
not
don't-
be a Great
I
Saiyaman
don't
show.
think so.
There could be
Yeah.
a show inside the show.
Sure, you're,
Like,
yeah, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like they could have made that plot work in
I
a
agree.
way
I agree.
that wasn't just a huge eye roll. Because even as a Gohan fan, I'm watching this. I'm like, why are they making him lame? Like,
Yeah.
why are they making him like show up and be this? I get the idea of him being okay. He's homeschooled, so he goes to like public school for the first time, and everybody's like, he's the weird kid.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that works. I think that happens in other shows, and you can have that. But like, even when you make him the loser at school, but the cool kid, or like the king, the person that people want to be when he's the Great Saiyaman. But the problem was they made him fucking lame in both,
Yeah. Yeah.
and people weren't, and the audience just wasn't messing with it, which I completely understand, because I wasn't, and I was a Gohan fan.
Yeah.
I thought it was stupid, and so I think they tried to make it the Gohan show. They tried to make him the main character.
Was
and
that
show,
their
like,
way of doing it? Because I don't remember it as that.
because they had a while where it was like, after Goku died, right? They do the time skip. And then they had like, it seemed like at least an arc or two where it's just Gohan. And I think they were probably adapting that from the manga. And from what I understand, they were setting up Gohan to be the main character going forward.
Yeah,
And
that
people
was,
were just like, no.
It's the Goku show.
They saw
And-
those two arcs and was just like, no.
No.
Who was he fighting during those arcs? He
That's
didn't
the thing.
yeah.
Like,
I think that was a big thing. Like if you those arcs is pivotal of who's gonna take over. If you're gonna take over, you got to fight. You have to give me something that makes me
Yeah.
want to see him.
I
they
think-
didn't give him a big
Yeah, I think BoJack movie was a great lead into him possibly taking the lead, because that was a boss ass movie, a boss ass moment.
Yeah.
And you take it there. But go ahead, Ice. What is your why do you think he fell off?
Videl throwing that ass on him. We've seen it so many times. We've seen it. We've had best friends that was homies that were doing something. They were doing great things.
Sex
and then
ruined their life.
And they get a piece of ass that they never had, or they never had to that extent, and they change. You don't see them no more. You don't see them. They're a shell of themselves. They cooped up in the house, and they just a different person. You don't see them on the streets. You don't see them doing what they love to do, and it's just different.
Bro, I know so many comedians that get girlfriends or girls that get boyfriends, and you don't see them in the streets no more. Dog.
Never.
Don't
They
see 'em
doing
in the streets,
dishes.
man. It's the truth.
They folding clothes.
Jacob
on some
folding
some J Cole shit. They folding clothes. That dog in them is gone. Even rappers, once they get with some girl, oh, you good, or vice versa, or some lady get with P Diddy, they're done. They shut it down. They shut that shit down. So that's what happened. He
Shut
came
the studio down.
shutting it down. They don't want no breast milk no more.
And I mean, that's kind of a running theme on Dragon Ball. It feels like anybody that ends up getting hitched kind of falls off, like including Vegeta.
Yeah.
Like when he and Bulma got together, I mean,
Came in with a mustache and shit. What is
So
this?
that's why Goku
Because
didn't
he
want to
and
stay.
Chi-Chi don't even
Yeah,
kiss.
That's
Yeah.
why he was like, yo, I can't. I
He saw
see
what
what
was
this
going
happens.
on.
Yeah, he's like, I
Yeah.
see what this. Oh, damn.
That's
Goku.
why he's
Yeah.
not even around.
And he's the
Yo.
smartest person there.
Yes.
He know he'd lose his Saiyan way.
It's like in Rocky, you know, the women's make your knees weak, and you
Yeah.
just, you know.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think definitely. But then, I mean, especially him being homeschooled, really, this is really first consistent interaction with a lady.
Girls.
Right. And you just think about at least for me, I can't speak for any other dude, but I'm pretty sure like the first woman that you had sex with, it was like, this is the person I'm going to be with for the rest of my life. You was like, this is it. This woman, and eventually, very quickly, you find out that's not the case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he shut it down.
Yeah.
He shut it down. He said, "This." She throwing it back on me. This is it. I'm good. I'm shutting it down. And he shut it down, and he shut down parts of him that he thought he can just get back because he was, killing it up until then, literally. And it's like, oh well, I can just call on that whenever I want to. And he quickly found out you can't.
Plus-
You can't.
Yeah, and his dad came back. He's just like, I'm good.
Yeah.
You know
I'm
what
out.
it was? He didn't realize his potential in the sense of like, he's a handsome nerd with powers. You know
Yeah.
how when a girl sometimes they see it, they be like, oh, he's a nerd. But if he realizes how fine he is, oh, it's a fucking rap.
Or
Let me,
Kale.
yep, yeah, exactly. Let me get his ass, trap him. He ain't gonna go nowhere. And he's just like, oh, I don't want anybody else. Yo, for me, I think it's multiple things.
Sure.
I think it could be the writing. I think it's a collective of things. I think it's Chi-Chi's fault. I think it's Goku's fault, and I think it's Gohan's fault all at the same time. Chi-Chi's and Vidal's. Chi-Chi's fault for sure because you as a mother, I understand this is your boy's, your mama's boy, whatever the case may be, but you have to understand what has been happening on Earth. Motherfuckers have been dying.
Yeah.
People get killed all the time, B. Every day, B, people are dying. Your son has to be ready for that. Goku has died and at some point wasn't going to
Several
come back.
times.
Yeah, and wasn't
Yeah.
going to come back. Goku's not there all the time. You have to understand your son was next in line. He was actually the strongest. You understand as a fighter yourself that you got to be ready at all. Anybody can get it. You got to be ready at all fucking times. You're part of the problem, Chi-Chi. Fuck you for making him study all the time. He could easily study and go fight and train afterwards. There's 24 hours in a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did you act like this motherfucker had to study for 19 hours and then sleep and then study again for 19 hours?
Put his ass in the hyperbolic time chamber and study there. Just study. Just.
In all honesty, that's the cheat code.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, oh damn, he got a test to study for, or like he got these exit exams to get out or whatever. Put him in a hyperbolic time chamber for real quick so he can study for a whole fucking year for that test.
Yeah.
It would have been good.
He get past. He be 12th grade done. High school done.
But that also takes a year off of your life. We're like, he's going to come out of that. He's going to finish high school a 30-year-old man.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, Rob, who cares?
He doesn't age. He doesn't age.
Remember, they age differently too.
Yeah.
Remember, even have sayings like Goku probably still looks like he's 20 or 30, even though they're like 40 or 50.
Yeah.
okay.
Because
Yeah.
sayings
They
don't age the same.
yeah.
They don't age the same as Earthlings do. Goku's fault. It's also Goku's fault. You put this guy in a situation to where he didn't want to have to he didn't want to ever have to fight. He had to save your bitch ass because you couldn't get it done.
Yeah.
He had to bust out of the ship and hit Raditz up. And then you were just like, oh yeah, there's potential there. Let's make his ass fight. And you made this kid fight. Who's just a child? You don't force your kids into sports. You see if they like it or not. The nigga didn't like it at first.
Did
Let
not
him,
like it.
Let him
He
keep
was-
watching y'all fight and be like, you know what? This shit is dope.
Are you calling him Gendo? You're calling him Gendo right now.
Hey man,
That's wild.
it is what it is.
That's wild.
That's what I'm saying. Goku put too much pressure on. He's seen his dad. He's like, I can't. I don't know what Bronny's gonna be. I don't. But I feel not. I want to use that as an example. I use Michael Jordan's and his kids.
Marcus.
Yes, that's what this is. He saw Jordan, was just like, yeah, this ain't going. I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
This is gonna be too much pressure. Even though he had him getting there at one point, but then Piccolo, man, you're abusive, dog. You can call yourself a great dad if you want to. Fuck you too. You beat the hell out of this kid, man. This kid has trauma. He has PTSD, all from you. This is your fault, Piccolo. You put too much pressure on him, dog. You beat this kid. He didn't want to fight. He wanted to have to save the world. Gohan, gotta hold yourself accountable, bro. You have a whole goddamn family. Child, a mother, Videl, your first piece,
And last.
and last,
And last.
and you didn't go, you know what, man? I got to take it upon myself to be like, I got a family. You had moments, literally, that like he talked about that Frieza moment was like, bro, I'm not even strong enough to protect my own fucking family.
Yeah.
That was your moment right there. And you said, I'm going to go take this little fucking test or whatever the case may be. What is your problem, dog? This is on you. You passed everybody. What it was, you got cocky. You got too cocky out there.
He didn't stay ready.
And you didn't stay ready. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. You were stronger than Vegeta and Goku. Easy work. As a child.
As a kid.
You passed them up.
13 years old.
Yep.
You're sick.
You became that cocky-ass kid just eating fucking candy, just like, I got to kick back. They'll never pass me. And what happened? They passed your bitch ass.
They passed him.
And now, you can't even catch up.
You talking about the Cell moment. You referencing the Cell moment 20 years later.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's that guy. He's that office.
Back in high school.
Yeah, motherfucking Al. That's what he is. He's Al Bundy. Gohan is Al Bundy. You a Al Bundy ass motherfucker, dog.
You
That
remember?
hurts.
You the uncle from Napoleon Dynamite. Throwing
Yes.
the mountain,
Uncle Rico.
throwing the
But I
ball.
could throw
Uncle
a football
Rico
over that mountain.
Exactly. That's who the fuck you are, Gohan.
You guys remember Cell, huh?
Yeah.
You guys remember Cell?
You remember that? You remember when I beat up Boo, but I still lost at the same time?
Yeah. Y'all remember that?
I did beat Bojack too.
Things would have been different if I hadn't torn that ACL.
Oh, yeah. Y'all see Broly? Oh, yeah. I see y'all guys fighting Broly. I remember when I fought Broly.
Yeah. Bro.
Fucking weird. Man, he was.
All your fault.
I think it's tough. I think you make a good point, too, about sports. It's like, fuck, man, like, don't go. If you Michael Jordan's son, play everything but basketball.
Yeah.
Like fucking King Griffey's son. He plays football, and he's a good-ass football player. Great-ass football player.
Sure.
Or even in that, play a different position then. Like
Yeah.
Deion Sanders, I think, plays quarterback.
Yeah.
He plays
cold.
QB,
Oh, okay.
and he's nice.
Yeah.
He's nice.
Don't just leave it alone. Like, not leave this whole sport alone. Like, be a I don't know.
But the potential of Gohan, this motherfucker he's the smartest out of all of them, not even close. Like he could have been a great tactician because he could have used his mind. I think the closest intelligent wise was Piccolo and Vegeta when it comes to, I guess, like intelligence when it comes to fighting.
Sure.
And then he had the strength. It was just like he got good too fast.
Yeah.
And that's what happened.
You
it's
gotta
like
give
there's
it to him. Yeah.
you-
Well,
there-
he earned it. He earned it, but it did come fast.
did he
Yeah.
fully earn it?
He worked for it. He got his
Yeah.
ass whooped. He got smoked out by Piccolo. He fought. He earned his stripes.
Raccoon broke his neck
Yeah.
when he was like 6.
Yeah.
That kid took some L's.
He did. He's for sure battle tested, and I don't understand living in all those moments. Why not?
You know
What-
the horrors of the world.
Exactly. You saw your dad died. You seen people die, and you couldn't save them. You didn't say like, yo, I have to stay ready because just in case somebody comes for my friends again, I have to be able to take them out and save them.
Yeah.
Goku's not gonna. Even my dad, he's been taken out.
Yeah.
So I have to be able to even save my dad because clearly I'm the strongest. I have the potential to be easily the strongest.
Yeah.
And then even from a story perspective, if you want to put Gohan off and have Goku be the main guy, don't have him fall off to that extent. Have him just not the main guy, but when somebody pull up on Gohan, it's like, oh, you thought I've been chilling this whole time. No, I've been fucking training, and I'm with the shit still.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something, Ice. Are there 3 like dogs in Naruto?
Yeah.
There's 3 dogs. Like you'd be like, all right, these
Yeah.
3 right here are like, because like in My Hero Academia, you have Todoroki, Deku, and Bakugo. Those are your 3, I guess, dogs in the sense of like the main characters.
Yeah,
I guess,
top
right?
3, big 3.
Yeah.
Big 3 or whatever. I feel like in a lot of the other shows they have those too.
Yeah.
This show should have been that. This
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z to Super could have been like, all right, our 3 dogs is Goku, Vegeta, and Gohan.
That's
Yep.
it.
And
You
then
get
even,
him.
even if you don't want to have Gohan, you want to dial him back.
Yeah.
You can have him study, but you still have him up there where it's like, yo, when the tournament of R came, the tournament of power, or whatever came,
Yeah.
it was like, all right, go. I had it to where my prediction was he's going to win it.
Yeah.
I was like, he's going to win it, but
Would've
not through
loved it.
power,
Yeah.
through intelligence and power.
And that's the thing about Naruto. They got so many people. You can easily interchange people. But I would even say, like, Naruto, Sasuke, Neji would probably be, or Rock Lee. Like, it's so many people that can be the dogs from, like, the people that's Naruto age. But if you just go overall for the show, there's so many different dogs. But just,
Right.
that's easy. Like, and that's a great point. It's like, that's what I always thought it was going to be. The fact that when you say the top 3 Saiyans, the fact that Trunks can even have an argument for him to be in the top 3
Yeah.
is blasphemy for Gohan.
Yeah.
Right.
That's disrespectful.
The only
But you can make an argument for
You sure
it.
can.
The only reason why that can kind of happen is because since he came from the future and he's older, so he came. I guess if you're comparing future Trunks to I guess the three at that point when he was a kid, it was like Trunks. Trunks, honestly, since he's a half breed, also he should have had that similar potential to Gohan in the sense where he can get super powerful, super fast, and possibly be the strongest too. But it's like I feel like they did them both dirty, to be honest.
They did. I mean, all of Dragon Ball Z is like they keep saying like, oh, like the half human, half Saiyans, like they had the highest potential, and then Super they were just like, forget that. Fuck them. We're just gonna go with Goku and Vegeta, and that's just what we're doing.
Did Toriyama forget?
He might have.
He probably just forgot.
He probably just forgot.
I mean, you make. Write shit down. Get a secretary,
an assistant, something.
Somebody, man. Okay.
I think that and you know Trunks is somewhat in that sense battle tested. You know, he was fighting with Gohan.
Yeah.
As a child too, getting smoked by them androids.
Android 18 fucked Trunks up.
Yeah. Damn near killed him too. But I mean, all right. Last question, man. Will Gohan ever redeem himself? And if he can, how do you think he redeems himself? Can I go first?
Go first.
Go for it.
This is how I think he can redeem himself, and how they should. This is how I think they should redeem him in the show. Kill Videl.
Damn it! That was what I was gonna
come
say.
on.
That's what I was gonna say. Fuck, man.
I've been talking to him about this for a second.
Yeah, that was my answer.
Murder Videl. Like he needs to see it, and he needs to understand that he's fucking weak, and he's not strong enough, and he watched her die. And now, because at the end of the day, her dying for the first time, they can bring her back. So they can easily bring her back with the Dragon Balls. I say just kill her off completely. But if you want to keep it to where it's like that's too harsh, kill her, him understand, all right, this is the real deal. Him train, him get back into the sense. He goes, yo, Goku, Vegeta, like even if they're fighting whoever this person is that kills her, it's like, nah, dog, this is my fight. This is my wife. This is the mother of my child. Y'all need to back the fuck up. And this is my redemption. And he goes and fights. He beats whoever this is. And now he understands that he has to get stronger. And maybe if you want, like I said, if you want to wish her back, she's wished back because that's the thing. And then he understands now, like, all right, bro, like, I have to do this now. Like, I have to be up there with Vegeta and Goku. Can either y'all train me? Because they keep having Piccolo train this guy, bro. It's like,
why are you doing it?
But Piccolo got him here already. He already got him here. It's like, now that's why Gohan already being naturally smart. He's one of the best like cerebral people. That's fine. But after that, he has to get stronger. And Goku, I say train him with Vegeta. Vegeta would damn near kill this motherfucker. And I think you would see the potential. I think you saw that when Vegeta would kind of train Trunks a little bit. It was like, all right, you saw Trunks had to get fucked up a little bit because it's like, bro, you're out here kind of trash weak too.
Yeah.
It is what it is. So I think that's the way to easily redeem him. Sorry for taking the answer, but hey, I actually want me to go first. Just said fine.
I didn't think you were gonna go there.
Absolutely. I said it. I think I said it last week, but go ahead.
I think that's a great way to do it. Just to go with something a little different. What I'd love to see is something they kind of touched on in the Tournament of Power, but it sounds like they haven't really readdressed, is this idea of the fact that there's a planet Vegeta in another universe where the Saiyans are still alive. I'd love to see the Saiyans from the universe that we know go see them, go back and connect with that planet, and then maybe that planet comes under threat of some universal villain from there, and they're like, fuck, like we're not the dogs that the Saiyans from your universe are in. We can't fuck with these guys.
Yeah.
And so then they have to turn to like Goku, Gohan, and Vegeta, Trunks, well, I mean, I don't know if we want to put the kids in there, but we have to go to those.
Redeem them too.
I mean, sure, because if we're talking about Gohan, like, is a has-been, like, Goten never was.
Bro.
Yeah,
like,
never had a chance.
And he was trash even in GT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
He
mean,
was horrible in GT.
because Trunks at least has future Trunks to be like, okay, well, we know this kid can grow up and have the potential to be
We've
somebody
seen
special.
Him.
Yeah.
But I'd love to see that, and I'd love to see like maybe the fact that even in the Tournament of Power, like when Gohan went out, like you saw that Beerus was just like, oh shit, like that's not just Goku's kid. He even refers to him like he refers to him by name. He's just like, you're Gohan, like I will give you that respect. So the fact that he even got the respect from Beerus, like let him get trained by Whis, let him get trained by Beerus, like some of those people that are going to be hard on him, like in a way that will also push him, because whereas Piccolo for sure has helped him in the killer mentality of being able to get into the fight and be that, he can't push him as a trainer anymore. He's not the person that's going to make him get better.
It's like Goku and I guess Master Roshi. It's like at a certain point you got to bounce, bro. And even with King Kai, it's like I can only go to King Kai for some shit. Like he went to King Kai, got trained up, and it's like, all right, bro, I surpassed what King Kai could teach me.
And that would also complete like sort of his training where the mystic Gohan got trained by the Kais, like the gods of creation.
Yeah.
So complete that like mystic training with now let me train with the god of destruction. I have creation and destruction powers. That'd be fucking dope.
Oh, that'd be hard. That'd be hard as hell.
Yeah.
What you got?
Shit, man. Fuck you, Keenan. They're taking my damn storyline. I think I guess to keep on a line with that, Pan, something have to happen to her.
Yeah.
And I think that would send him over. I just want it's a dark ass. Because we kind of seen it in the future. I just want a dark-ass story from him that pushes him into a corner. Either Pan dies, Videl dies, or they both die. And it's like, fuck, man. Like,
Yeah.
you battle-tested. He goes through fucking hell. He has to climb his way out of hell. Or something happens to him where, like, he has to do it. Or somebody... I mean, we can't bring back Majin or anything like that. But something happens to him where he ends up being a bad guy. And it's like... Or he turns on Goku where it's like... Videl and Pan die on Goku's watch.
Yeah.
And it's like, Dad, what the fuck? Like a Red Hood type of situation with Batman. It's like...
I was going to say, man, I mean, I guess they kind of already did it with Goku Black. But to go off what you're kind of saying, I think if somebody actually saw, like somebody can like that saw through time, like I guess through GodTube, they was like, wait a second, this kid has the most potential. Let me take over his body.
Yeah.
And they actually got him, they took over his body like they did with Goku Black, or Goku. And then they just trained with his body because they knew he had the potential to be stronger than everybody. And they're just like, holy fuck, Gohan is wrecking shop.
Yeah.
And we can't stop this guy. Yeah. And then now Gohan has to see that he has to stay there. Because I feel like, I agree with you. I think he needs a dark arc in the sense of like, Trunks did. Trunks had he watched his fucking mom die.
Yeah.
So he was just like, yo. And at the end of the day, in Trunks' future, it sucks for him. It's like, I can't necessarily knock Trunks fully. There was nobody there to train him.
Yeah.
There's like the Kais are fucking dead. I think the God of Destructions they're gone. Like there's nobody in his universe even like stronger than him except the villains.
Yeah.
So he has nobody to even go to get stronger. So he has to go back in time to get stronger. And I think Gohan needs that dark arc, like you said, to push him above to his next limits or like beyond that or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, something to drive him where like even if Goku and Vegeta, probably Vegeta less likely, but Goku like, hey, let me help you out. And he's like, no, Dad, like I got to do this.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I mean, at the end of the day, they fought people that like when they fought Moro, and it's like everybody's using. I feel like that could have been a great redeeming arc for him because I guess Mystic Gohan doesn't have he's not using this power.
Yeah.
Right. And Moro drains I won't get into too much into it, but he can drain power. So that Super Saiyan Blue bullshit. They was getting smoked because it's like, bruh, you hit me. I'm just taking your shit. I'm just going to take all your power because you're using it. It's like Mystic Gohan could have been that person where it's like, I'm not using power to smoke you. Like, I'm using just my skill set and my inner whatever. And that's how he gets it done. They could have redeemed him in that arc. They had multiple times to redeem Gohan.
They just don't want to.
And they don't want to.
I don't think it's ever going to come up because I think that was a part of the question too. I don't think it's ever going to come.
I don't think they're interested in doing that.
Yeah, I mean,
it would have happened already.
Yeah, I hope they will. But this is another arc that they're in right now with this dude Granola, and they're not even mentioned. It's literally just Goku and fucking Vegeta.
And I think that it's enough because, like, if you had those fanboys back in the day that said Goku's our guy, okay, finish out Z with Goku and have them happy. Give Gohan his flowers. I'm not flowers. Go give Gohan his arc at some point.
Yeah.
Give him Z. He got Goku is all Z. Super could have been the Gohan show. GT could have been the Gohan show.
True.
Yeah.
Loki, you gave it to Trunks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could have gave it to
GT.
Gohan. Yeah,
Yeah,
you could have
yeah,
gave
And
GT.
Pan.
And
And
Pan,
like, why?
Well, yeah. You gave it to his daughter.
If anything, I would have loved to see actually a Gohan and Trunks thing at that point, or a
Take us to the future.
or a Goten, and since they were best friends. Goten and what happened to Goten and GT? Like, why did he just fall off that hard?
I think he just like he wasn't interested in fighting from what I remember. I only saw the first few episodes.
His head was fucking huge.
But he was basically just like, nah, he was like more into like fashion and girls or something at that point, if I remember
That's
right.
fine,
Something like
but
that.
yeah, I think they just dropped the ball, and I agree with y'all. I agree that they don't want to redeem it.
They don't.
Because
They're not
they've
interested.
had multiple times in the manga to do it, and they can still do it. But I think you're right. I think Toriyama might have even been like, this is too much work to just add this guy's storyline in here.
Yeah, Goten and GT was a joke. The fucking purple pants.
Nah.
Yeah, they disrespected him. Well, how do you feel overall, man, about just Gohan in general? Do you think he's just a trash character? So I guess we can close with that. Do you think he's a trash character, or do you think he just got done dirty?
I think he got done dirty. I think if you want to look at the quality of Dragon Ball, just as a series, like I guess not Dragon Ball original because Gohan's not on there, but if you want to look at like Dragon Ball and Super, the show is better when Gohan is relevant. I think it's just when you look at the best series, the best stories,
Best
it's
arcs,
when
yeah.
Gohan's in the mix.
Yeah.
Because he's an interesting character that like he has that push and pull of like he understands the power he has and he's seen how that can be poorly used. He understands the weight of the situations better than Goku ever really has.
Absolutely.
And I think that makes him a more interesting and more compelling character. And the fact that sometimes that he might not even really want it is also compelling because it's just like the idea of like you have to go to this person that's like, I don't want to do this, but I realize I'm the only one that can. And I think that's a really compelling sort of basis to build off a character. And why I always really liked him is because he's not necessarily, he doesn't want to do it, but he has that ability and he realizes it's his responsibility to go there and to be that person. And they eventually just took that away from him. And we were talking about this in the group chat where just like Super has kind of just become like a victory lap for Dragon Ball, where it just feels like we're not interested in pushing this story and pushing these characters. Every arc is going to end in us resetting back to the way things were. Nothing's going to change. And that's why Super has felt sort of just like I was talking to Bomani, somebody that works here, and I was like, did you watch Super? He's like, no, I don't really feel like I need to. And I was like, you kind of don't.
Yeah. I mean, you can't get mad. Like, you ain't watched Super? Like,
I've had fun moments in Super, but I mean, I can understand why somebody would easily say that.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense. It's like there's no risk. The only character development that you see that's like amazing to me is Vegeta.
Yeah, I agree.
Incredible character development, and I think that showed that they can do it with Gohan if they need to. They can make the character development with him too. They can make it with Goku also. They're just being lazy. I'm sick of this. Who's the strongest shit? It's like he needs to or kill Gohan.
Kill him.
Kill him. Kill Gohan to make Goku different or something.
Something.
But
somebody got to be just fucked up.
Yeah.
You need that person up there.
Yeah. Has Gohan has he had a real death yet? I think in that Super movie, I guess he might have been dead or like out, and then I think Piccolo revived him with like a shot or something.
I don't know that he's ever been like killed and wished back.
Right.
I don't think we've ever seen Gohan with a halo.
Right.
So no, I don't think he's been
That's the
killed.
only thing he got going for him. If anybody tried to roast him, he'd be like, well, at least I never fucking died.
Yeah.
Shut your bitch ass. That's why you died, man. Multiple times. I might be weaker than you, but I still somehow survived this bitch.
Yeah.
Bryce, how do you feel? Is he trash or was he just done dirty?
He was just done dirty. It was something that wasn't in his control. I feel like he is the equivalent to like a Grant Hill or a Penny Hardaway, whereas like he was the dog, like he was up next, and he had, their careers were kind of derailed by something that they didn't really have control over. And he didn't have control over it. He was the man. Both of those guys, Grant Hill, Penny Hardaway, was the man. They had careers later, Grant Hill and Phoenix, and it's like, oh yeah, like it's great to see him. It's weird seeing him in his fucking Phoenix jersey, and he's doing work, but it's like, it's not the same.
Yeah.
It's not Pistons Grant Hill. It's not Magic Penny Hardaway. So it's like,
shit, or Magic Grant Hill. Magic Grant Hill was kind of nice too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. And I think that's kind of the equivalent of them of what Gohan was, like all this potential, and it just didn't go. I mean, even if you, I guess, you want to make a more recent person, like kind of like a Brandon Roy, like that's who he was. It's like, damn, there's a Gohan highlight reel.
I mean, this is Jordan this is Wizards Jordan, man.
Yeah,
that's what this is. You finished?
Yeah, I think that, and we will never see it. Don't hope for it. You will be disappointed, frustrated, and mad, crying in the corner if you think that Gohan will ever have a redeeming moment, at least to half of the level of the Cell Saga.
Yeah. For me, that nigga's trash, bro. That's how it goes, man. It's he got the short end of the stick. He sure did. But at the end of the day, I'm about accountability. Yeah. All right. And you're accountable for yourself, Gohan. You gotta go to the writers, let them know. Like, fuck y'all, man. Set me up a little bit better. I know. At the end of the day, technically, there's no way he could be, I guess, trash because I guess the writers want to do him dirty. But I do wish that, yes, they would do something with him. There's so much potential. Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, whatever the case may be, can come back to being I mean, technically, I guess it's still doing well in the sense of like anime wise. I guess even manga wise, it gets some of the highest reader amounts. But I think this is going to eventually get surpassed, and probably I don't think Super's going to get shitted on like GT, but
No.
I don't think it will. But they have literally the potential to fucking make this show amazing by bringing him back and then just character developing him and Goku better.
But think about this though.
give it
I
Jesus
think I
W.
guess to look at it on the other end, from a financial standpoint, just I take for you for instance, if you had a plethora of jokes about, I don't know, chicken nuggets, and you just made a killing, you can do special after fucking special, making chicken nugget jokes, go on the road, sell out tours, have merch, and all you talking about special after special is fucking chicken nuggets.
For a whole hour? Shit.
Are you gonna, are you, and you just killing it? Are you as Keenan forcing yourself to be like, are you gonna sit down and be like, fuck man, I gotta make some jokes that's not about chicken nuggets?
I mean, yeah, I'm one of them people that in general, like I don't want to be known for one thing. I never wanted to be known for one thing like that. So it's like, I think once you conquer something, you go to the next thing.
But the money rolling in.
I'm not one of these idiots who's gonna be like, oh, it's about just the art. Shut the fuck up. It's about both. All right. I understand it's about both. So it's about the money and the art, but it's like, I mean, and the art. So it's like for me, I would just like I would never just have my specials built around that. I might give you two. I might throw another call back to the chicken nuggets or whatever you said it was.
Yeah.
And a special, but the core of my specials will be something completely different.
So say you do that different, and then they be like, nah, fuck that. Bring the chicken nuggets back, or we fucking leave it.
I mean, at that point, I'm probably gonna lose fans because I know how I work, how my brain works. It's like I'm gonna do what I want to do. This is at the end of the day, this is my art. At the end of the day, so it's like, yeah, I'm going to. That means you weren't real fans of mine. That's how I look at it. It's like that means you were a bandwagon fan. You saw something hot, you jumped on. I did it, and then when I do something else, you just like, no, chicken nuggets. It's like y'all were microwave fans.
Yeah.
So it's like, you won't lose all your fan base if you do that. I think you would lose probably, let's say you lose half of that. You would have real hardcore fans that was just like, we didn't even fuck with the chicken nugget joke in the first place. We like the other joke about this. So this is why we ride with you. So I personally would change, like I would do different things each special. I have an idea for a special coming out soon that I want to do soon. So it's like, once that's done, it's going to be something completely different. It's going to probably be a political audio special. Yeah. So it's going to be, I already have at least routes that I want to go that are completely different.
What about you, Rob? Because you see what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
'Cause that's what Dragon Ball Z is. Like, they playing it, and it's working. They tried to go Gohan, and they was like, no, fuck it. Give us
They
give
can.
us
They're
D.
just being, I think they're being lazy. They're just like, all right, I understand what you're saying. They want that bread.
Yeah, no, I think it's interesting, and you see what I was thinking of when you were talking, Keenan, and even your question, Ice. You see it in American comics too, like you know what I mean, and it's this tricky idea of like passing the mantle to another character within the show, and you see that in comics all the time, where it's just like, okay, you'll have your Captain America comic, and then every once in a while, they'll let Sam Wilson get the shield for a little while, or they'll let Bucky get the shield for a little while, but eventually Captain America comes back and it's Steve Rogers because that's who Captain America is, and that doesn't really change, and that's what's interesting about this current time in the MCU is they're trying to make that mantle pass, but they don't really have the option to go back. So I think they're taking some risks and they're doing some things, and not that that's necessarily the same as this, but I think it shows that if you really want the show to change and evolve and really challenge the audience and tackle new and interesting things, you kind of have to change. You have to change your characters. You have to develop them, or else just end it.
Well, here, I would say to that point, what Dragon Ball Super has, they can always try it in the manga first.
Yeah.
And then if the arc is that bad, just don't ever animate the manga.
Yeah.
Just skip that fucking arc.
and just do it.
Go
from
somewhere
there.
else.
Yeah.
So they can literally redeem Gohan in a whole manga arc or make a separate thing, however you want to do it. Make him this guy, make it about him getting stronger. And I'll say keep the main characters at first and then just let him take off and be the main guy and see how fans flock to that. If fans go hard for that, animate that shit. Go from there.
Yeah, because Super feels like the fifth album that's all about chicken nuggets. Like, all right, like I've heard this album a million times already. Like, let's go somewhere else with it. And for better or worse, they they don't really seem interested in doing that.
Yeah.
And the what I'll say to that is like, all right, I know what I'm gonna get when I turn on Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah,
Sometimes I don't necessarily want to be challenged. I just want easy TV,
Yeah.
and that's what I'm gonna get. And unfortunately, I think that's what's happened with Dragon Ball is they've just kind of settled into a formula that they know works, that they know people expect, and they're not really interested in changing it up. They're just gonna make Goku's hair a different color, and he's gonna figure out a way.
They almost had it with Goku Black, bro. Literally, they came back dark.
Yeah.
They killed somebody in there that can't come back. There's no Dragon Balls in this future, and they almost had it. And I think they let Goku, or I guess they let Zeno get the W when Trunks should have had the W.
Yeah,
But
so
I feel like that was the arc where it was like, this is different. This is dark. It even had a dark feel about it. I was like, this don't feel
the
like
tone of it was just
the whole
yeah.
tone was different. I was just like, this don't even feel the same as like a Dragon Ball arc at all.
I was in it.
Yeah, and then I feel like that was just
Gotcha.
Then they reset it.
Yeah.
Exactly back to normal,
Reset
exactly where they started.
Exactly.
Nothing changed.
No stakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
By the way, I'm changing it up too. I'm not. Fuck you. Y'all not getting chicken nuggets. I know the money coming in, but
yeah.
I think it's because it's more so to teach people that come after you to be like, hey, man, fuck what they talking about. If you want to do this shit, be smart. But if you want to do this shit, you can do it and be successful.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, that's it, man. That's all we got. What do y'all think, man? What do you think about Gohan? Do y'all think, do you think he's trash? You think he had a big fall off? Do you think it's his fault? Whose fault do you think it is? Who was your favorite Gohan? What was your favorite Gohan moment? What was your worst moment? Answer all the questions that we always ask in the comment section. We always appreciate y'all, man. Do you want to drop your stuff?
Tracksuit Gohan versus Great Saiyan Man. Who y'all think winning?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the question.
Go ahead, Ice. Drop your stuff.
All right, cool. Before I do that, I just want to say that we got content coming. If you haven't watched my anime versus videos, please watch those already. I'm dropping some. By the time you hear this, it'll be a new one out. We got Goblin Slayer from Goblin Slayer going against Mother from the Promised Neverland.
Ooh.
So we got that one. I'm dropping more episodes. We dropping this shit every week.
And why is
Every
that?
fucking week.
Why is that, Ice?
Every fucking week we dropping these episodes and we doing it for you because you know why? We are the greatest fucking anime podcast in the entire world. That's why we doing it.
Bro, I was going to have to say it for him because I was like, damn, he's really going to go this whole episode.
I almost
No,
thought you were.
I was waiting
Yeah.
for this moment.
good.
This
I
was-
literally was like, well, I'll say it when I do my outs.
No.
I guess.
I was waiting for it. I had it planned in my head. I kept reminding myself every like 10 minutes, like, hey, don't forget. Don't you
Eden
fucking
I was going to be on
forget.
your ass about it, too.
Nah, never that. That's why we're the greatest fucking anime podcast in the entire world.
Rob.
Yeah, you know me. I'm doing the artist shout-outs these days. So I'm going to give a shout-out to my buddy Tim Lenweaver, who's an artist. He posts his work on Instagram. Check it out. It's really great stuff. His handle is T Lenweaver, which is TLENWEAVER on Instagram. Check it out. Give him a follow.
Yeah. And I'm posting anime stuff on my personal page, too, that the Animeshun page will share, and that will be, find me, Ice.McGowan.
All right, Keenan, Brennan the best on everything for Brennan's bitch ass.
Brennan the bitch.
I wish we had his Instagram password changed.
Oh, and
Brennan the
his
bitch.
Curse of Akakor, I think, is out on Discovery now, like the
Oh,
hour-long
shit.
episodes.
That's lit.
Yeah.
So you can check him out on there.
Check his ass
Curse
out.
of Akakor on
Look
Discovery,
at him in
man.
that fucking hat.
Watch him fall with that big ass backpack on the water.
Brennan out in the Amazon.
Yeah.
That punk ass, trash ass hat.
It's something.
Definitely support him, man. Yeah, Animeshun, SHUN on every single thing. Podcast. Keenan Baker on every single thing, man. I'll be back on the road soon with Tony Baker, man. So get them tickets, man. We're gonna be
Yes,
out
sir.
here
Go
in
see
these
him.
streets and stand up. Yeah, just
Tell your friends about the podcast. What the fuck? Y'all all up in the comments talking about this is the greatest ever. I don't know why y'all not bigger. Help us get bigger, man.
tell people, share our content. Like
Yeah.
that's where it goes to. Share our content so people come back to our pages.
Yeah.
And they go and watch. Because we want to keep giving y'all more content, and we also want to get paid off this shit, man. You know, we all do a lot of other stuff around here, and we want to make this the actual greatest fucking anime podcast out
Yeah.
here.
And
Y'all
we wanna
say
get
you
on
say
the
we
road.
are. Y'all agree with us, so share our shit.
Yeah, we want to get on the road and see y'all.
So
The only way that's gonna happen, we can't. You see what flights is? All the COVID flights
Oh
gone.
my God.
yeah.
Tickets high as hell. We gotta help us get there. Help us see you. Come on.
So yeah, share that content, man. We thank y'all, man. And thank you for tuning in to another episode of Animeshun. We out.
And so anime was solved forever.